Okay, and so it starts. So I have half an hour. I'm gonna wrap up with the sign up flow and hopefully move on to user profiles. So I'm gonna just set a timer, and when this expires, I'm gonna just stop the video. Hey Siri, set the timer for 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes, counting down. So let's see, where are we? Okay. I think we can go into the project, see if there's anything here. I'm just gonna blur parts of that because there's some personal stuff and some client stuff over there. But we want code, and we want to open, no, this is a new project that I'm doing, a new website I'm putting up. I want to open recent and go remote and open the workspace. I don't know if you can tell, but I've changed the resolution. I've made the resolution, I think, what you call it? It's smaller, right? So the text is clearer because I realized people were having a hard time seeing parts of the code I was writing. So let me get my recording monitor and put it on the other screen. Got plenty of light over here. I just installed one of the studio lights I overspent on. I just installed it and started it. It's a there's always a problem with this with lighting for me, even though I have my window in front. Okay, so let's split the terminal, going to Strappy, nvm use, don't forget, npm run develop. We go here and say npm run dev. Seems like stuff should be running. And now switching to the browser. Let's refresh. Let's refresh again. We're gonna log in. I don't want to save any passwords. Okay, and I said we were going to wrap up with the sign up. Now, with this sign up thingy, we're using local storage. I wanted to use session storage with this Jotai module, but I haven't had the time to investigate what's going on. So I'm just gonna clear for now and create that account. Yeah. Cool. Still moving. We're gonna move on to password. Put it in here. One password is being too generous. So we have email, full name, password, confirm password, and username. Okay. So now let's look at the username part. And we're sending auth local register method post, username, email, password. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the documentation for this. Yes, let's figure out where that request is. So it's a post request. This is auth local, but I want /register. Auth local register endpoint. with username, email, and password. Okay. Okay. So let's send that request and see what the error is, because I forgot about it. I don't know. I'm going to say user2 actually. User2 Strappy. All right. So we don't have anything. We don't have, because username is undefined. Username is like right here. So, okay. I think that I found the issue. Details does not yet contain the username, nor should it be set. So that's why this errors out. Okay, found it. So the thing is that I am just destructuring this for no reason. I don't even need to set details. I just need the details. So I'll just delete this part over here. I'm gonna delete the username entirely. And we're gonna have email and password for details. And then I should have username right here. And here we go. Now we should not get an error. We should get here to the second breakpoint. Yes. And still bad request. What did I do now? We have username, we have email, we have password. So yeah, see here? Because I'm just verifying whatever this is returning instead of checking that this is actually a result from the response, and I should look for data or for errors, something like that. I didn't do any processing here. So please provide your password. So this is the error. Doesn't it say password here? Does it need a confirm password? Let's look. I didn't see any requirement for that. So it just wants username, email, and password. All of them. And I am sending them. I think it's right here. So the error says, please provide your password. It's right there. This is very much in most cases, these are the problems you face as a developer. Understanding errors, understanding call stacks, execution stacks, why something is returning what it's bullcrap. So it says bad request. Let's look and see if we got the user created. Nope, we have not. So we have password. No, it's right here. Well, why don't I try to create from Postman? Let's try to create a user from Postman and see if we get the same error. So we will be passing the same information. So I need to go back into the browser, go into local storage, and .get details. Get item. And then JSON, I don't even think I need to parse. It's actually good that it's like this. So we need, where is Postman? Right here. Users me, auth local, and I need auth local register. Okay. And the body is this thing over here. So let's just remove confirm password, I think. Yeah, something's fishy here because it should work. So email, username, and password. Voila. Should I encode this? Is this some type of, or does it expect like a specific header that I was missing? Because sometimes APIs, you need to tell them like, this is application JSON, this is form data, this is whatever. So this is very weird. Let's look at these are the headers. Okay, it's content type. No, I'm not interested in any of this. There is no authorization here. Nope, that's it. This is all we got, and this is the error we faced last time, or I faced. You just had to be patient. So here it is, created. They're automatically confirmed. They shouldn't be. That's a second step to add. So why the hell wouldn't this fetch username, email, and password is not? Oh, damn it. Let's look at the docs. MDN fetch post. Well, fetch API, it's right there. Post. JSON stringify. God damn it. God damn it. Yes. So basically, you have to serialize this. Stringify. You have to serialize whatever you're sending it because it doesn't serialize it. But yeah, when you use these libraries for so long, you get accustomed to this being done for you. So let's make sure that the user has been deleted, so it's not here anymore. And then let's go user to Strappy, and please don't error out. No, it's erroring out again. This time, still bad request. Why is it a bad request this time? Maybe it's because I haven't specified the content type or what. No user here. Let's try it again. Look at the breakpoint. So we have email, password. Move here. And what error do we get? Please provide your password. You are very drunk. Either it is very drunk or I am a huge noob. don't need credentials included. I don't think it does like set cookie and stuff like that. Does data need to be like form data? No, it's just an object. It is just an object. Okay, let's just copy this. Who knows? Maybe I really have to type all of this. Anyway, the request is post, but whatever, verbs are, HTTP verbs are usually uppercase. Yeah, so doesn't work. Clear the console. So we have no more errors. We check to see that there's no user being created over here without our knowledge. And now it worked. And I think it was the content type thing. Yeah. Oh, well. Who cares? It works. So we have the role. There's no account type. There's nothing set over here. Account type should have been set though. And I think I can't do that, but nonetheless, we do have a user right here. Now we're going to delete this and we're going to play around with the same data. And we need to set a couple of things. So let's just check my user here. So we need account type, role is already provided. None of these are going to be, relationships are going to be available because they're going to be created when like on the profile page. So yeah, I guess account type is the only thing here. Let me look at content type builder just to make sure. So this is an enum. Cool. This is an enum. So then I guess email, password, and then we go for account type, which for the time being, I'm just gonna say we have the router. So since we can use it to redirect, we can also use it to get the account type. So it's router.query, I think. I don't precisely remember. We gotta check the docs. And I think it's here. Router query string parsed into an object. Okay. So then remove the debugger line over here. I think there was another one right here. We don't need it unless we catch some error. And over here we have router.query.type. Should work. It's a hack, but it should work. So right now, if we go with this, no error, refresh. Well, we gotta refresh the right thing, users. And something went wrong. And it went wrong because of what? We need a breakpoint. I'm gonna set it from here. So router.query. And just look at the router. Just like that. type. Yeah, but most likely because it's an enum, that means that it's probably, think of it as an object whose keys are integers and whose values are strings. So I think that behind the scenes, that enum is interpreted like that. So even though I'm looking at a list of strings, this is not a list of strings. But I think I can also find that out by allowing this to run first and foremost and getting, well, I should be authenticating first. Where is it? Auth local. And it gives me role account type, ID 2. So my guess here is that I should pass the match, which is 1 or 2. Yeah, let's do it. So, as I said, enums, but you need to pass integers to make it work. So moving back here, I'm gonna delete the entry again. I'm gonna go back to, where am I doing? What am I doing? So I'm gonna go back to the website, choose the username again. But before I do that, I actually have to modify the code to go, I don't even know. I'm just gonna say if it's like candidate, it's 1. Jesus, can I write a ternary? Otherwise it's 2. Yeah. So if the parameter, this one over here, which is type, as I've configured it in Next.js, if it's candidate, then account type is 1, otherwise it's 2, it's company. Not the safest thing to do, but again, we're hacking, we're prototyping, we're not building the final product. Okay, code is updated, it's right here. Now let's refresh. We'll get ID 5 because auto increment, precisely, exactly what I said. So now it's being replaced with its title or its description. Well, that's not fun, right? Strappy enums. String instead of number. I don't think that's possible, but let's see what the docs have to give us. Okay, so people are complaining about this. They want options and configurability. Yeah, time waster. We just know it. We'll probably have to do a match with, like, just call it enum account types. Do I have any enum? I think I have this. Yeah, and the first one is gonna be candidate, and the second one is gonna be Is there a... No, it's comma separated. And the other one is going to be company. And then here we can replace all of this with account types dot, well, of is this correct? Yeah, maybe, because I want to do a little bit of a property access there. So I'm just gonna const type equals. I'm gonna destructure it from router.query. Can it well, how do you alias it? Do you go type as string? No, I think it's I want to override I don't even care. Let's see if it works. Because of course it can't assign undefined to this. Yeah, whatever. So this only takes a string, of course, which is one of these. And so if I go and I say, oh, well, this can also be because of the definition of properties on router.query. So router.query is an object that might contain these keys that can be strings, arrays of strings. I don't know how that works, or may not exist. They're undefined. Well, guess what? They're a little bit incompatible. This is one of the benefits, but also one of the pains of working with strongly typed languages. Like if you're used to JavaScript and looking at this and going, this is goddamn JavaScript, I want to just do it, right? But you still want that strict typing because it's going to tell you you're doing something stupid here. Because if someone is going to pass some crap over here and it's going to say, I don't know, baloney, you know, going to say something like this over here, you're going to try and look on account types for this value in that enum, and it's going to come back and bite you. So we're deleting the user again. And now if we're going to sign up again with user to Strappy, we should be able to do, so type is right here, candidate, account types of type. It's 0. Shit, because it's 0 based in indexing. So in our case, this isn't going to do us any good. We have to, I don't know, I don't even remember. Can you override the index of enums to make them start at 1 like you do in, I think, Golang? You have the iota thing. So TypeScript enum numbering enums up equals 1. Boom. Yeah, that was the, you just say it like this. And it actually works without the quotes, I think. And now we should be good to go. And the best thing about using it this way with an enum matched on the front end is that you get correspondence between front end and back end. Basically, this is in some twisted way, because we're talking about React code, this is the contract between, well, part of the contract between the front end and the back end, because there's also like the API call, which also kind of describes part of that contract. So again, that's component of said contract. Okay, let's try it one more time. And I guess I gotta stop afterwards because I have 3, 2, 1. Timer started. Timer done. I gotta stop this and move to client work. So one more time. Refresh, no user here. Going back. So you keep seeing me like I'm just picking a username and then creating an account. That's because local storage has not been cleared yet. So there's like the full details are here. Normally what I should do, and I'll do it before I close this, is I'm going to choose this username. I'm going to say next. It's going to go do its thing. We're going to check to see that the correct account type has been attached to our account, which is great. We're going to then go back and delete it again, just to confirm that everything is the way it should be. Move back to candidate, and now we're going to say if user, and I'm going to add a to-do here. Check for errors. So if this exists right now, if this is an error, it's going to still push to the right thing. Let's see if Jotai has some clearing mechanism, or I just have to do like deleting an item for storage. If I have to do it manually. Reset. It has a reset. And does it know? So what do I get? Just the details and then set details. And I also get reset. Where am I getting it from? I don't need Axios, so I'm Atom with storage. Reset. And I guess that right about here, I should be going set details, reset. And so now, if the backend worked properly, I'm gonna reset the whole thing and move it to profile candidate. And profile, and then type. This is gonna do something, and so let it should redirect to the home page if there's nothing. Yeah, it should basically redirect if someone's trying to reach the route and they're not logged in. But that's actually for the next video. We're just going to reset right now and push the profile candidate. Okay, I think we should be good to go based on that. I'm just going to check the DevTools to see if things have been set properly. So, one more time, reset. It's going to be reset to its default value, closing a lot of these things that are useless right now. Let's see, no user here. User to Strappy. So right now, local storage has details over here. If I hit next, it's gonna do its thing, take me to the profile. But then if I check local storage again, no details. It's nada. So if I go back, I should actually have this on username the same way I have it on password with use effect, which is take me back if there are no details. I should be abstracting this in some way, but again, right now I just want to have the code available, have the code working, and then I'll sweep through it and clean it up. Remember that you're building a, let's call it a self-funded startup or product. So one of the worst things you could do is spend a lot of time in making decisions like this, because and in not only in making decisions like this, but in trying to do everything perfect from the get-go. So I saved it. It should take me back to, yes, candidate info. Cool. And has details over here should be like, if it doesn't have a password, it should be like, for example, this should be more granular in the sense that over here I don't redirect anywhere, but when I go to password, if it doesn't have the previous details, which are like full name and email address, then take me back. But then if they do have that, and someone tries to access not the password but like the next step, which is the username, I'm going to see if they have a password chosen. But as a matter of fact, yeah, no, that's the workflow. But you don't want to waste time putting this in right now and like shoving it. You just put some to-dos or some stuff to remind you that you should be doing this, or that you thought of this, or better yet, just use something like this, like a notebook, and put your ideas or the things you want to do on paper, so that you can think about it afterwards. This gives you the benefit, note-taking gives you the benefit of being able to look at your thoughts. So yeah, I prefer paper, pen and paper, or whatever, any physical writing tool and some paper, to anything digital, because it just allows me to think, and it doesn't demand anything of me other than to just do the brain dump and do the thinking. Whereas, for example, writing on my iPad Pro, well, while I'm looking at my iPad, it is looking back at me. So I might have a notification come through or anything of that nature, which is distracting. Cool. Closing it here. We're at the profile section, figured out what I was doing wrong. The gist of it is I was messing up by not passing the proper structure of the request, which was I was not stringifying, serializing the request body, and I was not passing the proper content type, which should match the type of body. And I also think that there's something that has to do with either credentials or course. One of them, I don't want to debug them right now, but something in here. So best thing for you to do when you're having issues like this and you're looking at an example, copy that example verbatim and see if it works. If it does, you're doing something wrong. If it doesn't, you're still probably doing something wrong, but you have to figure it out in other ways. So we have this. This was the problem with the request. And then, of course, there was everything related to passing the account type to save the proper type of, profile to be created in the future, and matching that enum, which is, of course, numeric based. The strings are just visual identifiers for you, matching that with an enum on the client side. That's it for now. I already went over like 10 minutes. Hope it helps. Look at it, watch it, and let me know what you think. I really want to know what you think about these videos. Should I continue doing them? Should I just speed through them and just stop on like the things that I think are essential? Let me know, because I want to learn. I want to make it work for you as well, not just for me. Okay, I'm out. Catch you in the next one. Bye.